everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's the Cardinals going up against the Saints. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. It's a five-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run the counter now on first down. And he's brought down. You give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How we can get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 4 on the carry there, and second and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw here, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This is where it gets fun because this is a big decision coming up. Listen to the crowd. You can tell they've already made their decision. You know they want them to go for it. But the big decision does rest with the head coach. What will he decide to do?
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. J.J. Nelson now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. First carry now. This is Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's brought down after a good gain.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal third-rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th-string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but, boy, he produces the year one honor. Remember, he can run it. He can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran one back for a touchdown in 2015.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, then he made a nice tackle.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Oh, what a move. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jerron Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Deep drop. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Gun. They'll look to throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Holding defense.
So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Hey, pull down. Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. At the end of one, 7-3 the score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep. This is caught at the 20. They get 31 yards that time. And that'll be good for an Arizona 1st down. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. defense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. It's brought in by Floyd. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Floyd, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Three yards to go on second down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 319.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, the Cards will call on Chandler Catanzaro to try and put up 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Watch two, watch two. Trip. Let's go. Blue, line it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Surveying the field. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Ellington. Look at the spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Here we go. Blue, line it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And some space here. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jermaine Gresham from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It's a pickup of 21. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Hey, 4 down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's the Saints' new acquisition from the Rams, Nick Fairley. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come out here in the eye. The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll run it with Johnson. So we got 3 at 1, and the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here's the 5th-year man out of Georgia, Drew Butler, to kick it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. Murphy now to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They give them 12 yards and a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole 2nd half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Saints trail at home at halftime. The Cardinals have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Cardinals have it at the 7. Browns got the catch coming across the middle, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. The lead grows to 4. Now 1st and 10, the quick pass, it's complete, and the pass and catch will end up going for 31 yards. Sticking with the same drive, Floyd's able to get open here, and that goes as a 15-yard touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 11. 3rd and goal, pass will be completed over the middle, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Cardinals go up by 21. 1st and 10, the connection will be made from the gun, and he caps off the 2-play drive with a score. Now trailing by 14. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by John Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 61 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here. Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play. Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it. Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed. Ellington now to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you've got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3 yards to go here on second down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to cut it back right. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, that was a lovely corner route and a lovelier pass.
Put it right there in the breadbasket, didn't he?
Just dropped it right in there.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Back to throw here. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal defense, they head out to get set here. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. Who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll look to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a second 1,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. They give to Johnson going right. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Drew Butler now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Drew Butler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
To throw complete right side to Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Watch left. Stop right there. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. And that's exactly what they accomplished.
Yeah, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They try the left side with Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And he'll go on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. 3-19.
Johnson running right. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And that's a big-time run right there. And right now, he is in a groove. He is locked in, and all he wants is the football. But it's not just him. He's locked in really well with his offensive line. They're motivated now to continue to fire out and find some gaps and some creases for him to run in. And guess what? If he continues to do this, they can take it and traverse it all the way downfield because he wants to finish in the end zone.
Now they try the right side here. Uses the stiff arm. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he's brought down after a good game. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver from 8 yards out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Yep. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw here. Now a desperate. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. We'll see if they bow up again. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.